Got ourselves Athaman over on the team one. Look at all whimsical. Got us Call of Duty as a druid. Kai, first up, charging out versus the competitor. And this is going to be Forkbeard, Arms Warrior versus a Fury Warrior. Kai instead switching it out. Does have a little bit more survivability compared to an Arms Warrior. I do like how we might not, Jay, we might just have you not put up a shield on people in the opener, by the way. I know you're a major, you're just giving everybody like a shielding, but we might just have to deny that. Gonna be a parry up Forkbeard as Kai's getting quite a bit of pressure. Fear onto Forkbeard, may not want to just leave him over there with a parry, able to heal freely. You will want to walk out of there, at least get him into combat. Does throw the weapon, denying Forkbeard any healing. This way, Fury Warrior does have the advantage, able to heal, while an Arms Warrior is kind of limited. Stun full onto Forkbeard. Could go for the big executes. I wonder if he's playing the big Onslaught build too, because they did buff Onslaught quite a bit. Forkbeard able to catch up a little bit of health. Kai does not really have the big bleed setup or anything like an Arms Warrior would, but is able to get himself plenty of damage though, plenty of pressure. Jayhawk is going to be up next. Doesn't really want to open up in a visit off the bat, since he already sees where Kai is at, and Kai is not in a great spot right now. Jayhawk trying to make sure there's as much distance between him and the warrior off the bat. But for Kai, he really does want to minimize the distance as best as possible. You want to use your charges as well as leaps in order to reconnect with the mage, but between blinks, alter times, that's shielding with a shield. With a shield, you mean? Yeah, I do think we should probably not put up a shield on everybody. That being said, I mean, for Kai, is Shaman giving people? Oh, yeah, actually, that's true. Yo, Jayhawk, could we remove the Earth Shield? I feel like Earth Shield is one of those things we haven't made a rule for. So that one is just like a personal buff. Stun onto Jayhawk, could go for a blink. Kai is able to avoid getting frozen. Bleed immediately onto Jayhawk, could be quite a bit of pressure. Gonna call for Jayhawk with a charge right after for Kai. Does get frozen either way. I didn't realize that the Ring of Frost completed itself. Full burst for Jay is gonna go for a trinket out of that fear. Could have gone for undead racial. Big burst out of Kai. May need to use some defenses. There's a lot of burst for Jayhawk. Is able to reverse a lot of this damage with it all the time. Kai, not in a great spot, needs to reconnect with Jayhawk some way, somehow. He's able to charge back to him. Does he have any more mobility, or is Jayhawk just kind of able to run around the guy? Able to just float around the man, hit him with missiles, barrages, back to back, shooting power back out for Jay. And Kai needs something, anything right now in order to survive Jayhawk. He got himself the second wind, so Jayhawk is forced to push in. He got himself Ring of Fire, so maybe he could use that. Does Kai not run second wind? Oh no, I feel like you may definitely want to spec it the second wind for duels, even though you're a Fury Warrior, and you can get a lot of healing out of it. If you could spec it to second wind, that's going to be huge, especially if the enemy just kind of lets you back up out of there entirely. For Kai, right now, there could have been a lot of healing. This could have been a healing opportunity, but I think right now he's just supposed to play it super safe. Wait until cooldowns are available. That, or wait until like some kind of CC's available. Just anything to stop Jay. He's able to back blink over towards Sky, has himself the ultimate time as well, so he's able to change positionals, able to get his barrages off the bat. Reflect now for Kai immediately. Polly doesn't get to reflect that back into himself. That's going to be potentially full burst out of Jayhawk. Got himself bloodlust and everything. Root onto Kai, looking to get himself a little bit of the line of sight. Touch of the magic is on him. That's not going to feel great at all. Kai with the defensive stance doesn't have big defense at all. Try to go for a kick, getting juked out by Jay. At this point, unless you got big heals, you're gonna be in a rough spot. Stormbolt does get to get some value. Big turn around, massive damage. Oh, Jayhawk, wait, oh my god, Ice Block does give him just a little bit of survivability. Kai, not in a great spot right now. Doesn't have himself big defenses whatsoever, but doesn't want to let Jayhawk out of his sight. Breath fears him before the breath hits. Hold on a second, what is that breath? What is that fear? That was so good. Reflect up. Got himself a bleed onto Jay, able to reflect at least one of those barrages. Just use one big barrage, it'll be good. Leaps over. Oh my god, the missiles, that was so close. That was such huge damage, I love it. Oh my goodness, the Fury Warrior almost had him there. My goodness. If only you could have somehow interrupted him on Frost, but there's just not a lot of like opportunity for it as a warrior to interrupt mages on Frost, unless they're going for Ring of Frost last second. But in most cases, that just a mage just wouldn't be casting that to begin with. Atho trying to see if he can find Jayhawk. Consecration down, but it looks like the wizard is going to be able to get away and even reposition. Does get Atho out in the open. Nova, Polly got himself a decent setup. Could potentially make something happen. Could be a lot of bursts out of here. Does have Arcane Surge. Athaman better be very careful. Does he pop immunities? Wall immediately. Still lots of damage for Jay to get able to touch of the magic. Got himself full crusade wings available. Is he just going to try to see if he can just heal through the damage, or is that going to be an immunity right now? Shield of Vengeance is trying to see if he can save a lot of the immunities for later. Does go for the spot warden. Last second, Jay did have himself all the time available and trying to see if he can slink away behind the pillar. Athaman got plenty of hammers flying at the guy. Is going to be a little bit more healing. Athaman looking to close the gap. Stun to follow. Jayhawk could go for a trick or maybe even a blink. Poly onto Atho. Does not have a way to break out of this poly. Still wings are available for a little bit longer. Jay is just gonna leave him polyed and back up out of there. Trying to see if he can get some cooldowns back very, very quickly. Shifting power, sitting down for food. Unless Athaman is quick in the draw. This is gonna be Ring of Frost. At least able to avoid for the most part, as Paladins do have quite a bit of range on those abilities. Jayhawk still plenty of pressure, plenty of gusto. No more bubble though, and Atho is able to take him down. Needs to catch up on as much healing as possible before the next competitor, and looks like Oakenstorm is going to be it. Earth Elemental immediately trying to see if he can get himself a setup. Athaman does have a bubble available together with a Lay on Hands. You will want to be careful with that Lay on Hands. You could use it early, but you kind of got to be aware that Oakenstorm is not going to want to go for big damage on you. You are playing Judgment with a Dispel. That's not going to feel great, by the way, Atha. You're just going to get yourself in a situation where you're trying to run away from Oaken. You're going to throw out a Divine Toll or something, right? A random Judgment is going to hit him. You're trying to round the bend, and you're going to get knocked up in the air. Going to lose out on a lot of the mobility. That's going to be maybe a bit unfortunate. Could be unfortunate. Going to be immediate root onto Atha into a totem right after. Hand of Freedom available. Sunder to follow. Still able to not escape the totem even with a Hand of Freedom. That's going to be Stone Totem right after. War Stomp, big Ascendance, could be a bubble, might need to be a bubble. Athaman doesn't at least get to bubble this out. Is he going to go counter offensive? Has to go counter offensive. He's trying to definitely put some pressure onto Oakenstorm. Does he get to get himself away behind the pillar? Oaken needs that line of sight, massive wind strikes, but looks like Athaman barely survives it. No mana left whatsoever. Has himself Lay on Hands, Shield of Vengeance, and potentially Crusade coming back up. If you're careful enough, you might be okay. That is also Battle Message Trinket on you that is going to be waiting off. Stone onto Oaken, has a Trinket for it. Atho not in a great spot. Shield of Vengeance, last Bastion of Defense. Maybe if you have wall with this one. Lassa, not going to feel great whatsoever. Human Racial is able to break out of this one though. Lay on Hands to get knocked back, trying to make some massive value, and does get to slay down the Chamois with the QKL. Going to be up next. Full burst into Atho. Nothing left for the Paladin, just an execute away. Did get quite a bit of damage to QKL though. Even though he was going to go down either way, still was able to get quite a bit of pressure. Stun immediately onto Trix. It's going to be a stun onto QKL right after. Obel is down, wall to follow, trying to go for a kick, doesn't get to interpret whatsoever. Fear, as all the pets come out, QKL not in a great spot. The fear is going to last for like 8 seconds. As long as you can land inside these pets, you'll be fine. But that Tyrant got you in their sights, QKL. This just gave the Tyrant, just blasted, and just down he goes for the count. And Strix able to overpower him fairly quickly. Nina, last one left, over in Team 2. Needs to find a way to fight through Trix, Cobra, as well as Call of Duty. If you can do it, this will be a chance right now. Got himself wings, not playing Crusade, but normal wings. Gonna be a Spell Warden, but these pets do a lot of physical damage. Wait a second, you still might be down for the count. Interrupting Tricks for a second, but these pets are still doing plenty of physical damage. Shield of Vengeance is gonna give you that a little bit of survivability. But man, Trix just trying to see if he can get around you right now. Shield of Vengeance going to be falling off in just a second. Got himself even more pets, a little bit of slow on these pets. Trix amping up those pets. Obelisk is going to be huge. Into a Dress Stalker. More to call last second. Trinket out of Nina, but it's into a Fear to follow. Team Bolt 1. Just needs one more cast. Shadow Bolt, is that going to be enough? Hold on a second. Oh, Shadow Bolt gets super, super low. But these pets, Bubble is going to be enough. Bubble gets you a little bit of survivability. Trix needs to find a way to live this. Does get a port as a Hammer of Justice goes out. Has a Trinket for this one. Needs just a little bit more damage. Pets, is it going to be enough? Hold on. Oh, they got to shut her down. Did not want to go down without a proper fight. Was able to take down the Paladin as he went down as well. My goodness. Well done, Trix. And well done for Atha. Well done for everybody that played. I think only like 2 people on team Atha didn't get a chance to play. Hopefully we get him a chance right here then maybe, yeah.